What if I told you mine is like a movie projector? And whatever film you play inside, life will screen it out for you. This chapter is about mastering that film so you can picture your way to success. Hey, I'm Riddhi. Welcome and welcome back to the Quiet Chapters where every word is a step toward a calmer and better you. Lesson 3. Picture your way to success. In a television interview, singer Celine Dion was asked if she ever dreamed at the start of her career that someday she would sell millions of records and be on tour, singing in front of tens of thousands of people each week. The singer replied that none of this surprised her as she had pictured the whole thing since she was 5 years old. She was not bragging and has worked unbelievably hard to earn every bite of her success. What she learned at an early age was her ability to tap into the power of holding a vivid, powerful image to picture the star she wanted to be. World-class athletes also incorporate the power of imagery to reinforce in their mind exactly how they want to perform. Whether it's a figure skater completing a difficult jump, a tennis pro acing his opponent with a perfect serve, or a golfer driving the ball long and straight down the fairway. Many top competitors mentally envision a successful outcome before actually achieving in the real world. Visualization, however, is not something reserved solely for singers, athletes, or movie stars. In fact, it's something you have used since childhood to create the circumstance of your own life. Let me clarify that what I mean. Visualization is often described as movie of mind, inner peace, or image. We will store pictures in our mind about the type of relationship we deserve, the degree of success we attain at work, the extent of our leadership ability, the amount of money we will earn and accumulate, and so on. Mental movies from childhood. Where do these pictures come from? Well, we begin to develop our mental movies early in life. If we criticized or felt unworthy as a youngster, we record the event as image in our mind. Because we frequently dwell on these pictures, we tend to create life situations that correspond to the original image. For example, you may still hold a vibrant image of being criticized by the teacher in elementary school. You felt humiliated in front of the whole class. Later on, when you are tempted to offer your opinion in a school or in a group of people, you held back and kept quiet. All the while remembering how painful it was when you were criticized. The picture remain in your mind and exert tremendous influence over your present action. Unfortunately, many of us have not updated or revised our childhood movies, so we are continually producing results that fall short of our full potential. What follows are some techniques for using the power of visualization to improve virtually every aspect of your own life. Take responsibility of your own movies. Not all mental pictures can be traced to your childhood. You are constantly generating mental movies based on your relationship, career, experience, and other events. No matter what the source of your mental image, there's one point that I want to drive home. You and only you are in control of your own movies. Let's try a short experiment. Think about an ice cream cone filled with your favorite flavor of ice cream. Does that create a picture or image for you? I'll bet it does. Okay, now think about an elephant. Can you see it? Change the color of the elephant to pink. In a fraction of a second, you formed an image of pink elephant. Can you bring back the picture of the ice cream cone? Of course you can. Can you see what I mean? You have control over the picture that occupy your mind. However, when you don't consciously decide which picture to play, your mind will look into the archives and keep replaying old movies on file in your mental library. Change the meaning of the old movie. It does not serve you to deny what happened in your past experience, no matter how painful or disappointing. You can't, for instance, change the fact that you were criticized by the teacher. You can, however, alter your interpretation of the event. That is all the time you were originally criticized. The meaning you might have assigned to experience what I'm not good enough or my opinion are worthless. Well, this was the interpretation of a child. You may have inadvertently carried it into your adult life. Today, though, you can consciously choose to view the situation differently. For example, the teacher may have disagreed with you, but it wasn't a statement about your intelligence or overall worth as a person. Create new picture. We can create new mental movies whenever we choose to do so. And when we develop our new image that evoke powerful feeling and sensation, we will act in a way that support those new pictures. So the first step is to create an image of your desired outcome. You are limited by only your imagination. As you know, most people are terrified about public speaking. In survey after survey, it is listed as number one fear that people have, rank ahead of fear of death. So when most of people are asked to even consider making a speech, what kind of picture do they through their mind? They see themselves standing nervously in front of the audience. Perhaps they have trouble remembering what they want to say. Run this image over and over on your mental screen and you can be sure that you won't have much success as a speaker. Instead, form a picture in your mind in which you are confidently giving your presentation. The audience member are listening to your every word. You look sharp, your delivery is smooth, you tell a funny story, and the audience is laughing. At the end, you get a warm round of applause. People come up afterward to congratulate you. Do you see how this kind of mental image can help you to become a better speaker? Recognize, however, that the picture in your mind are not fulfilled overnight, but by being patient and by persistently focusing on these mental image, you can automatically start acting in way that support your vision. Picture your way to sales success. If you are involved in selling any product or service, it's vital that you see yourself succeeding on a consistent basis. If you are not getting the result you want, there is no question that you are holding on to picture of sales mediocrity or sales disappointment as opposed to sales success. Right now, think about your next meeting with a prospect in your mind. How do you see the encounter? Are you confident and persuasive? Are you enthusiastically explaining the benefit of what you are offering? Is the prospect receptive and interested in what you are saying? Can you vividly see a successful outcome to your meeting? Remember that you are producer, director, scriptwriter, lighting coordinator, custom designer, and casting director of your own mental movie. You get to choose how they turn out by mentally rehearsing and running successful outcomes through your mind. You have paving the way for success in your sales career. Of course, if you currently run image through your mind where the prospect rejects your ideas and has no interest in your presentation, you will attain very limited success from the sales effort. You will attract those people and those situations that correspond to your negative image. Relax and involve your senses. What's the best method to use when concentrating on your new image? It's being proven that your mind is most receptive to visualization when you are calm and not thinking about a lot of things simultaneously. So sit down in a comfortable chair at home, close your eyes and do some deep breathing exercise to clear your mind and relax your body. Now develop image that involve as many senses as you can. The more sight, sound, smell, taste and touches you put in your image, the more powerful the pull for you to make your vision a reality. Here's an example. Let's say you have always dreamed of owning a beachfront house in the Caribbean. Picture the white and peach colored house. See the green plum tree slowly swaying in the gentle breeze. Smell the salt air. Feel the warm sand between your toes. Feel the sunshine on your face. Isn't this paradise? And all this can be yours if you hold on to this image and do what it takes to achieve it. Also, remember that those images associated with a strong emotion have even more power. So be sure to add positive feeling to your vision. For instance, when visualizing your ideal job, combine the vivid mental picture and physical sense with the terrific emotion of pride and satisfaction you will have working in the new position. Finally, don't concerned with the quality of image that outset. Some people can create vividly colored picture while others have trouble getting anything more than a fuzzy image. It's also possible you may only be able to get a particular feeling that at the beginning as opposed to the clear image. In any case, don't worry about it. Do the best you can and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Your image will become sharper over time. The key is to spend several minutes each day running these new movies in your mind. Write a check to yourself. It's extremely powerful to formulate image of successful outcomes and to run them through your mind. But there is another technique you can use to accelerate your success. You can create visual aids to move you toward what you want. In 1990, while he was still relatively unknown, comedian Jim Carrey wrote a check to himself for $10 million for acting service rendered. The check was post-dated Thanksgiving 1995. As Carey explained, it wasn't about money. He knew that if he was making that much, he had been working with the best people on the best material. Carey earned about $8 lakh for his work in Ace Ventura and The Mask, when in late 1994 he was paid $7 million for his role in Dumb and Dumber. In 1995 he earned many more millions and is now getting $20 million per movie. Jim Carrey's post-dated check exercise is a great example of the power of the subconscious mind to actualize a goal that is held with the deep conviction and feeling. Thinking about your goal and forming image in your mind will go a long way to creating the success you desire. However, when you also use a tangible representation of your goal, your chance of success are even greater. Now, I'm not sharing these examples simply because it's an interesting story about Jim Carrey. The same technique can work for you too. Why not tear one of your check right now and post it if it 3 or 5 years from now with the amount that you want to earn for service render. Make sure to look at the check at least once a day and believe that you are moving toward the goal. Getting the job you want. You can visualize reminders to your advantage in lots of ways. It's not limited to check. Here's an example involving a friend of mine who we call Robert Jones. Robert received his party's nomination for a judgeship and he will be on the ballot in our upcoming election. While Robert stands an excellent chance of winning the election, he is still a little nervous and doubt creep into his mind now and again. I suggested to Robert that he make a handwritten sign that reads Judge Robert Jones and that he put the sign where he will see it every day. I also recommended that he write these words on a card he can carry in his wallet. By looking at those words throughout the day, Robert is conditioning his mind to view himself as a judge. He is going to start thinking about wearing the black robes. He will see everyone raise as he entered the courtroom. As this image becomes stronger and stronger, Robert will take those actions that will bring this picture into reality. He will campaign more. He will make sure his party is doing everything possible to get the voters out on the election day. While Robert could have formed a strong mental image without the use of SIG, it has so much more power with the visual aid. The SIG is the reminder to Robert to think about being a judge and to run successful image through his mind. Of course, there were no guarantee that this will work for Robert or that it will always work for you, but once you try this for yourself, I think you will find that it's an incredibly powerful aid to help you get what you want. So is there a position that you want to achieve? Sales manager, supervisor, attorney, owner of your own business, whatever it is, create a visual aid and your mind will get to work to bring that picture into your life. Now light, camera, action. Well, there you have it, some suggestion for creating and benefiting from your own mental movies. Remember, if you don't take control and develop your own movie, you will continue to replay the old ones. If the old movies are serving you, that's great. But if they are holding you back in any way, get a start today and use the incredible power of your mind to picture your way to greater success. The picture you hold in your mind aren't just daydream. They are blueprint of your future. And in the next chapter, we will unlock the power of making a commitment. A principle that can turn those blueprints into unstoppable action. Don't miss it out. Don't miss it.